Good morning and welcome once again to my workshop. My name's Ant. I'm in Birmingham, England, and if you see my videos before, you'll know what goes on in this workshop. Sometimes complete rubbish, to be fair, but I try and restore tools, not to make them a piece of jewellery, a decorative item, but to make them usable. I like taking a rusty piece of tool, a spanner or whatever it is, and make it into a tool that can be used once again, because I believe, I know it sounds a bit daft, that if there is a tool and it's say 1930s, the amount of people that have used that, the amount of craftsmen and tradesmen and workers that have used it, have all left some of their souls in it, if you know what I mean. So I don't like to take everything away from it. I like to keep it, especially like the wording, like the brand name Stanley, and if somebody's put their initials on, that's important to me, whether it's a screwdriver or a spanner or whatever. I've been to the car boot sales this morning and bought a few tools. Spent too much as usual, and I don't spend a lot on tools, to be fair. One woman just tried to charge me a few quid for a glass cutter, a Shaw glass cutter, which you can usually pick up for about 50p, if you know what I mean. And what I'm going to do is show you what I've got. There was a tool that an old geezer gave me that I did a job for the other day, and let's see how we go. So before we move on with the tool haul, subscribe, press the old subscribe button, press the like button, and get your comments ready for later on. You know, I like to have comments, I like information. I've got some information about that Craftsman square that I showed you the other day. There it is again. And remember, I need some help with the Barco, how to get that pin out. It's not got a screw in it. It may be snapped off. In that case, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I want to get that working. And also, what is that tool? Now, as you can see, it's got a slight bend to it. So, oh, it's just started raining, so let's get on with the tool haul. Right, first of all, here's the odd bits and sods. Oh, the first thing is, and I'll move my glasses out of the way, I did a job for an old guy the other day. It only turned out to be his light bulbs, actually, which was strange. But we got talking about tools, and there was a skip over the road, and I'm always interested in skips. And I got an old tin out of it, a 1950s Christmas biscuit tin. I'll give that to the wife because she likes tins. But he gave me this plane. He says, you can have that. It is an old record, a 4.5. It's not in bad nick. It's obviously not been used that much. The wood is in lovely shape, it really is. It's one of these things where you look at it and you think, does it deserve a clean-up? And now all tools do deserve a clean-up. They deserve not to be as new, but you know, in used condition. But there's rust on that, so that's definitely going to be a clean-up, isn't it? It absolutely stinks. I'm not joking, of cigar smoke. I can literally smell it from here. It's unreal. But anyway, I went to the car booter and a few odds and sods. Yeah. Now, I've tried that electro lighting stuff, and I've got to get myself an old style battery charger. And I picked this one up. A Taurus, never heard of it. It's a 4 amp. Whether it's any good, I don't know. Let me know. But I'm going to try that. It did say on YouTube, get an old style one. This can't get much older than this, to be fair. Don't know when this was made, but I've never heard of the company. It's made in England, but that'll come in useful, won't it? I reckon. £2, so it's worth the risk at £2, I think. Always. And then, okay, it's a hand. See the handle? It's a surf form, that is. A Stanley. It hasn't got a blade. A Stanley 101A. No blade, but you can get the blades, I think. 50p. Now that's got to be a clean up, hasn't it? And I'll use those pads, what I call the Scout Crafter pads, but those little plastic cleaning pads, because Magdad, I think it's Magdad or Tom Gunn uses them as well. Absolutely awesome to get cleaning plastic, but it needs a blade, and that'll come up nice, I think. And I haven't got a handle on like that. So there's one, and the same store, and for another, I gave him a quid, and I picked this up. They're always on the American YouTube videos. I know Magdad and Tom Gunn and all the other guys from the States. Always pick up this particular brand. As soon as I saw USA, I had to pick it up, and there it is. Look, I think it's Exolite, is it? Exolite USA. No handles to it at all, so I mean no blades to it at all, just the handle. So I'll clean that up, and you never know, I might be able to get some of the bits for it, and that'll be nice. That would be interesting. So then I paid £2 for another Eclipse handle. These fascinate me because you can alter them to any different position. They're very, very useful items. You can have it in that position or whatever, and it just locks in by means of these lugs here and the recesses on the blade. So any angle you can fit it in. They always fascinate me. I like that. I like those. I paid 50p for that. And these record pliers, dated 1996, with the crow's foot, so ex-military, and I was still in the army when these were issued, 1996. I was living in Osnabrück, abroad in Deutschland. And then I picked up this. I've got one of these Enfo. I don't know what that means. I've never even heard them. That looks like a Ford F to me, but who knows. It's got JTF and a little diamond there, and then it's got J and S on the back. I'll have to look that up. You guys will know what it is. J and S. But it's that's a nice spanner, isn't it? It's painted blue at one time, look. What do you think? I love these type of spanners. It's just got sort of a great design. It sort of shouts vintage, doesn't it? And I had to pick these up. Original mole grips. Birmingham, England. Self grip wrench. Let's see, we'll have to figure out if they work on it. They are absolutely filthy, but they look okay, don't they? Absolutely filthy. They deserve a clean up. You know, like American tools, British tools, especially if they've got a name or something with Birmingham on, or if they're attached to a certain organisation, military usually. So that was what I got from the two different stores that was. So I paid £3 for all that. So I'm more than happy with that, to be fair. And then there was a guy who just got loads and loads and loads. He'd just done a house clearance of boxes. So basically, I says, if you can give me a good deal, mate, I'll buy a few off you. And he says, throw him in that bag, which he threw in, and we'll sort you out. So this is what I bought. Let's just empty it out. That was what I began with. I didn't realise I was going to buy so many. So let's have a look. The bag might even be military. I don't think it is. It's got a plastic zip, so who knows? You never know. So first of all, still on the card, they were £1.10 back in the day. These are Hilke, and I believe these are made in Germany, aren't they? 6-inch long nose pliers. Oh, sorry, made in Japan. Hilke, still on the card. What I can do is take them off, flatten the card out, and put it back on the card. W&R DB Brown General Stores, £1.10. That must have been a few years ago. Jeez. So there you go, Hilke. I don't really buy much Japanese stuff, but when I come across a name that I like Hilke, I will buy. This is all from the same guy. Don't forget. I threw this in. I've been getting a bit of an interest on taps and dies just lately. That was Reggie on the road, got me full into that sort of stuff, and Scoutcraft and all those. So it's missing a grub screw, which can easily be fixed. I can't find the name on it, but I will. When I come up and see you, Reggie, I'll bring this as a little present for you. How's that? Hey, I'm so generous. There's something else. I'll clean it up before I go. And then there was, now, what the hell? Okay, yes, this was it. Look at this. It says there, Emera, number 65, 1/2 inch by 8. So it's an 8-inch adjustable spanner. Made in Germany. I do like German tools. USA, Britain, Germany are generally the ones I buy. But there at the top, CK. Now that's confused me a little bit, because that looks like the maker's name and that looks like a stamped name. So did they take that factory over, or I don't know. I'm sure we'll know. Sure we'll find out. You'll know. You guys know a lot, believe me. And I couldn't resist these, could I? footprint, made in England with the original screw. Ooh, so beautiful. I do love footprint stuff. That's only a little set as well. It's lovely, that is. Definitely deserves a clean up, that. Let's bring them back to use again. Okay, I've bought a plethora of these. An Allura. Pipe wrench, I suppose you'd call it. We call them Stilsons, a generic term. Allura. These are made in Germany as well. Number 75 by 10 inch. So that's a 10 inch, there's the 10. And that's still usable. It's a little bit rough, but they'll deserve a clean up. I might even put a little bit of paint on. It's a bit of a treat. And then I bought two more pair of pliers. The reason I bought these ones, because if you look, it's got Wilkinson's, very good make of plier, England, GPO, General Post Office, no longer in existence, 1963, the year of my birth. What a lovely year that was. And they've still got great action. They really have. Beautiful. And then I bought these ones, Wilkinson's again, England, GPO, 1960 something, can't quite make it out. So they are 1964. So they are 58 years old and they're 59 years old. Just amazing, just amazing. And then there was this tool. I don't know what it is. I have no clue what this is. I'm sure it's some sort of stripping tool. It's got to be, hasn't it? You know, the action where you hold something there, you hold it there, and that strips the cable. That's what I think it is. And it's also got the crow's foot and a date, 1960. And that is still in magic condition. Now I'm almost tempted to take these apart. it's screwed in, and these are the teeth and the jaws are screwed in. Made in England, made in London in fact. So you know, that can be taken apart and cleaned up. I love those. That's three nice ones. And then I went a bit mad. Oh, I bought another pair of pliers. Now these are broken. The tip is broken there, so I fancy I could grind that down using my limited skills. But these, broad arrow, which means MOD or general government work, 1944. What do you think to that? Somebody could have carried those on D-Day, possibly. Might not have done, but you never know. That's history. I love history. So then I've got another wrench. Now, Genbro brand. Not got many of these. I think I've only got one other. British made, number 35. And look at the date on that. 1943. It hasn't got the broad arrow on it though. Generally dated stuff like this will have a broad arrow, but this hasn't, so we'll have to see about that, won't we? I don't know. Yeah, that can be definitely cleaned up nice. This is the last pair of this is the last wrench. Don't worry, I'm not going mad. Made in England, and this, oh baby, King Dick. No broad arrow, nothing else on it apart from King Dick and made in England. That is it. But they're beauties. They're a beauty, absolutely. And then the final thing, now I think I've seen this, somebody else do one of these. Made by, it's called an Edwards bolt saber. Paint and pending, made in England. And it's got Whitworth, quarter, 5/16, half, blah, 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 all the way down. A little cramp affair, which is totally and utterly seized. That's all it's got. Okay, what is it? Okay, it's something to do with bolts. We know that. It's a bolt saber. How does it save a bolt? How does it? I don't know. I don't get it. But it obviously needs sorting out. So there we have it. There is my tool haul for today. I went to 2 car boot sales today. I was back in the house by just after 9. Bacon and egg sandwich. Nice big mug of tea. I've just had another big mug of tea. Now I'm going to watch a bit of cricket. The sun's come out. I've even cut the hedge. That's why I look a bit scruffy in my t-shirt. So thank you for watching. Thank you very much for the increase in subscribers I'm getting now. I've now got 130. I am absolutely chuffed and over the moon. It's always an honour to have you watch. So like, subscribe, and like what I said, it's all about the comments. So please feel free to comment, even if it's a little bit of constructive criticism. Thank you very much, and have a great what's left of your weekend. See ya.